Hello, my fellow nerds, and welcome to the Nerd Empire. I hope you all are having a fantastic day today, and I hope you all will enjoy today's reaction video. With that being said, let's get right into it, shall we? This one is, as usual, by Nuke's Top 5. I personally absolutely love the paranormal and the supernatural. I absolutely love it. I do, however, know not to fuck with it because it's never a good idea to mess with the paranormal or supernatural, because I personally believe that it is real, and I'd rather not have a malevolent spirit attach itself to me and fuck up my life. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, this one is called Scary Videos That Will Creep You Out. So let's check these out.
On the YouTube channel In I Explore 84, a guy named Brian explores abandoned places in Northern Ireland. Now, it should be mentioned that Brian is not a ghost hunter or a paranormal investigator. In fact, he says he doesn't believe in ghosts at all.
I want to start by saying I am very skeptical. I don't believe in any of this stuff. I'm open to the possibility slightly, but
It always amazes me that there are people who don't believe in it when there is obviously decades, if not over a century, of evidence proving that the paranormal exists. So I mean, I can also understand if you never see it, and if nothing ever happens to you, then it's hard to believe. But it's also pretty much impossible to say that it doesn't exist when like I said, there's like a century's worth of evidence proving that it does exist.
even from the age of 9, 10, I slept in a graveyard for like 5 hours in the middle of the night because I wasn't afraid of it. Doesn't bother me, don't believe in it.
But Brian recently had an experience that might make him reevaluate his feelings about the supernatural. You see, a few weeks ago he explored an old abandoned theater in Omagh, Northern Ireland. As he walked into one of the screening rooms, he captured something that he just can't explain.
It always amazes me that there are a lot of these abandoned buildings, like they've been abandoned or condemned or whatever, and yet they still leave them up instead of tearing them down. It's like, why? Why do you leave these up if you're never going to do anything with them?
Gonna go in here, right? So the thing I'll say, get in here. Right. In here,
wow.
It smells of smoke. Which means people are smoking
That
in here.
noise.
And then what'll happen, the place will burn down. Jesus Christ, like honestly.
And this time,
That is such a small theater. I don't think I've ever seen a theater that small.
did you hear it?
Get in here.
Oh,
As Brian walks into a screening room, two unexplained voices can be heard whispering in the darkness. They seem to be talking about Brian as they both say, "It's people." Brian says that he had no idea what he had recorded until he uploaded his video and read the viewer comments.
So, 5 o'clock in the morning, woke up, got a notification from someone on YouTube who commented in video saying that, don't mean to freak you out, but at 8 minutes 40 in your video from the cinema that you did the weekend there's someone whispering in your ear. So then the guy on YouTube messaged again, and he goes, by the way, it actually says, it's people.
Brian also says that there was absolutely no one else inside the theater.
But the thing is, if you knew the cinema and where I was at, it's a closed hall with 3 rooms, 3 cinema rooms. I was in all 3 rooms. I walked around all 3 rooms twice. I come down back past that hall on the way out. So that's 3 times I was around that place. There was no one there. There was no one there. And it's not as if I was hearing someone's voice through the wall. It was a whisper, and it was right beside where I was at. I can't explain it. I just can't. And I don't think I've missed anything, and I cannot explain this, and it is freaky as shit. Honestly, I've never caught anything like this ever in video.
But what do you think? Did Brian record the voices of spirits that haunt the old Omagh Theater in Northern Ireland? You decide.
and there's another thing that a lot of people don't know when it comes to this paranormal stuff. There is also some things known as residual energy, where like sometimes people hear footsteps, but that is also the residual energy that was left within the building, where he like knocks footsteps and other stuff, where at certain times of the day it will happen the same exact way, the same exact time, the same exact area, and it'll just keep happening, and it's just residual energy from the people that were in the building or whatever. And then there's active ones like this, where there are still spirits around in the building, and there are spirits that are also bound to a building.
Imaginary fiend. A guy named Ahmad was visiting his family home when his 7-year-old sister wanted to show him a cute little picture she'd drawn. But it wasn't a cute picture. In fact, it was kind of horrifying.
Wait, what are you going to show me?
My picture I drew.
Your picture you drew.
That's Daddy, that's Mummy, and that's me.
And what's that?
That's Steve.
Steve?
Yeah, Steve.
Who's Steve?
My friend.
Your imaginary friend?
My best friend.
Your best friend Steve? You've got a best friend that looks like this?
It's my best friend Steve.
Okay.
It is kind of freaky because when it comes to imaginary friends for kids, the thing people don't know is that children, especially very young children, I think like between the ages of like 3 and 10, I think. I don't know when the sensitivity to the paranormal starts to fall off at what age, but children tend to be very, very sensitive and in tune with the paranormal world. So they tend to see things that we adults can't see that are there. And they tend to feel the energy of things that are there that we can't. It's the same thing with cats and dogs. They are very in tune with the paranormal and very sensitive to it. And sometimes these imaginary friends with kids tend to be these entities, and we can never tell if they're good or bad, because the evil entities have the ability to appear before people as like a child or something, especially when it comes to adults. When they tend to show themselves to adults, they tend to appear as like a little girl or a little boy, a child, because as adults we tend to lower our guard around children. And these entities, especially these malevolent ones, they know this, so that's why they appear to a lot of people as little children. But for kids, these imaginary friends sometimes tend to be these entities, be they malevolent or not, and it can be kind of freaky, because what they draw is what they believe they see the entity to. It's just how they appear to them, and sometimes it can be very freaky.
Okay, I'm leaving the house.
The little girl's drawing of her nightmarish friend Steve went viral, even inspiring some viewers to create
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Some people are very...
renderings of what Steve might look like.
Okay, that's even freakier. How these people's imaginations with their drawings, Jesus Christ.
In real life. Viewers of Ahmad's video encouraged him to ask the little girl a few more questions about her imaginary friend Steve, and things went from bad to worse.
Mama said you got 2 imaginary friends.
No, I've got 2 best friends.
You've got 2 best friends.
Yeah, 2. Do you want me to show you another picture?
Who's that?
That's Steve.
Yeah.
That's Margaret.
Oh God. Oh.
And who's that?
That's you.
That's me.
Yeah.
No, but you spelt my name wrong.
She put X's on his eyes as if he's dead. And they're doing something to him.
Yeah, but that's you.
That's me.
Yeah, with your mustache and your eyebrows.
My eyebrows.
Yeah.
My eyebrows look like that.
Yeah, your bushy eyebrows.
Wait, so why have you
Bushy. The kid.
drawn this for?
But Steve doesn't like you.
Steve doesn't like me.
Yeah, but Margaret likes you.
Margaret likes me.
Look, she's holding your hand.
She's holding my hand. She's eating me. Are you sure Margaret likes me?
Yeah, she's holding your hand.
Do I need to be worried?
No.
No.
Yeah.
So this is not a joke. I have left the house. If you want an Steve part 4, I'll be honest, I'm not giving that update. Because now I'm unliked by Steve, whoever this person is.
It turns out that Ahmad's little sister has another imaginary friend named Margaret. But even creepier, he learns that for some reason, her old friend Steve just doesn't like him.
Wait, so why have you drawn this for?
But Steve doesn't like you.
Steve doesn't like me.
Yeah.
You can see that he did a gulp.
Ahmad is now a little freaked out. He says that after this last visit with his little sister, the drawings are just getting a bit too creepy for him. He says that he won't be checking in with another update on Steve. Or Margaret, for that matter.
I honestly don't blame the dude. That'd be just... that'd be a little too unnerving.
Hanging hands. A woman is running a daycare out of her quiet suburban home.
I mean, if I had a little sister or a little brother and they were drawing stuff like that and they were telling me, you know, like that sort of stuff and showing me that, I would be... I'd be worried, I'd be unnerved, and I would be telling my mother. My mom also believes in the paranormal, so she would probably be a bit unnerved as well. But, oh God.
Home. It's an average day, and the kids are laughing and playing nearby. Everything seems normal. But then things start to get a little spooky.
What happened?
A little boy comes running out of one of the nearby rooms, screaming in fear. The daycare provider hurries over and asks him what's wrong, but he's too terrified to speak. He just points at the open door. Cautiously, the woman goes to check it out for herself.
I'm guessing she's gonna scream and come run out as well. That is my guess of what's gonna happen. Holy shit. Dude, and none of the let's see that again. Like all the kids were all by the gate here. So none of them could have done that. The thing all of you need to realize who see this and who see this later on YouTube. The amount of energy an entity needs to even move an object like a cup or something is a lot. It is a lot of energy that they need to collect. The amount of energy an entity needs to move something as heavy as a playhouse like that, it is unimaginably a lot of energy for an entity to do that.
Did you do that? Were you in there? Were you in there?
No.
He knocked us over.
Oh, she's gonna be freaked out when she looks back at this.
Knocked us over.
While the woman is in the room investigating, a heavy child's playhouse suddenly tips over on its side. The crash startles her and leaves the children a bit confused. But here's where things get very, very creepy. Because, did you see it? Viewers of the video point out that there are two creepy little hands reaching down from above the door. The hands look to be about the size of a child, and they pull back and disappear just as the little boy runs from the room.
Oh.
Now, the daycare provider's daughter who posted the video says that she didn't even notice these little hands until someone pointed them out in the video comments.
This is the room The crazy thing about this is that there was like markings at the top of the entranceway of like the doorway, and I guess in the video, you can see hands gripping onto the doorway. I don't really know what to make of that.
The young woman says that she is also confused as to how the child's playhouse could just turn over.
Firstly, we have the house, and obviously you guys saw that it fell, but the other thing I wanted to point out was that it's pretty hefty, so it really doesn't make any sense that it would just fall on its own. Like,
Yes, just something. The thing looks like it weighs maybe about 20 to 50 pounds, maybe. And like I said, for an entity to especially tip it over like that is an unimaginable amount of energy for an entity to gather just to fucking do that.
But the story gets even creepier as the daycare provider's daughter explains just why the little boy ran out of the room in the first place.
the main thing, and the reason that the little boy was screaming, is actually in here. We have this covered up for a reason. Apparently, the little boy told my mom that he saw a face in these mirrors.
A few days later, and the daughter notices something weird on the CCTV. As she is watching, the child security gate just seems to unlatch and open on its own.
Oh, damn.
She heads into the room to investigate, but she's not ready for what she finds.
Let me guess. I'm gonna guess that the thing is uncovered, and she's also gonna see a face in the mirror.
That's f***ing creepy. Do it again. Like, yeah, okay. Do it again. I'll wait.
Oh, either that or something's gonna come up behind her and like whisper in her ear or something to freak her out. That's my guess.
Open the gate.
See, this is the type of stuff when it comes to the paranormal is something you shouldn't do. You're basically antagonizing and egging on the spirit, making things worse. Oh, hang on. Yeah, okay. Watch closely. Yep, there it is. That cover moved.
As she is recording the child gate and trying to encourage any nearby spirit to open it again, something suddenly moves under the sheet covering the vanity. It almost looks like a finger poking underneath.
That's kind of what I thought, is like a finger formed and just decided to poke.
Movement is slight, but the young woman notices it immediately and just makes a run for it. The woman and her mother now believe that the little child's vanity was the cause of all the paranormal activity.
At that point, if that happened and it's mainly around the vanity thing, I would have gotten rid of it.
They say that they have now sold the little wooden vanity to someone on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, just pass on the trauma to somebody else.
Someone who actually wanted to buy the vanity just because it might be haunted. But
Okay, so at that point, they're just asking for it.
was this actual paranormal activity? And if not, then just what are these bizarre little hands that seem to reach down from the ceiling? You decide. If you see something that you think would be perfect for the top 5, email me at nukestop5@gmail.com. You can also tag me on TikTok at nukestop5official, and be sure to tag me only at nukestop5official because there are a lot of fake accounts on there. the invisible guest. Tristan says that his house in France is haunted by a very active poltergeist. He often hears footsteps and sees things moving on their own.
Maddie, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to my nerd empire. Dude, oil your freaking door hinges. Ooh.
After having a psychic medium come over to cleanse his house, the paranormal activity only gets worse.
Yeah, it's when it comes to cleansing your house, you have to be very, very careful in the way you do it, because if you don't do it right the first time, I would not go back. Yeah, I'd be pretty freaked out. The thing is, if you don't do the cleansing right or the exorcism or whatever it is correctly, all you're going to essentially do is piss off the spirit or entity or whatever it is that's in your home, and it's just going to become like 10 times worse. So when it comes to cleansing, you have to make sure that it is done correctly, it is done right the first time. Because if it's not done right the first time, if you try and do it the second time, it's just, you might as well at that point just burn down your residence and just move out that day. It's because all that's going to happen is just, it's going to make things worse for you into the way, it probably won't get as bad as Paranormal Activity, but it is going to make your life a living hell.
Late one night, Tristan hears strange aggressive banging coming from his hall.
Like, see, for me, if I had a place that I knew was having some sort of activity, like very minor, I would just say out loud, I don't mind that you're here. I don't care that you're here. You do not mess with my stuff. You do not mess with my cat. You do not mess with me. As long as you do not mess with anything in my life, I will let you stay here. The moment you start fucking with shit, I'm gonna exercise your ass out of my home. Because I don't mind spirits. As long as they don't fuck with my life, I got no beef with them. Why not run? Because sometimes curiosity outweighs your fear. So people are just curious and they want to keep, they just want to keep looking at it and see what the hell's going on. It's mainly curiosity that keeps them from running
away. He grabs his phone and starts filming as he goes to check it out.
Oh, there's the cat. You wanna know what's hilarious? Also, the addition of accidental making a gateway. Yeah. Well, the thing is with that is accidentally making a gateway are the idiots who decide to use the Ouija board. And then when they use the Ouija board, they forget to close out the conversation. Because if they don't do that, you leave it open for spirits to come through. I've told people this, that I don't care where I live. Any residence that I have, the Ouija board is never allowed in my home. Never allowed in my home. As soon as they try and bring one in, I will throw it out. I won't burn it because burning the Ouija board is a very bad thing. It'll bring nothing but bad. But I will throw out the Ouija board. I will never allow that in my home. Because when you use it, you have no idea what you are inviting in. It could be a demon. It could be a malevolent spirit. It could be a nice spirit. You have no idea what you are allowing in. But the funny thing is, when it comes to this sort of thing, when it comes to the paranormal activity, the type of people that go and investigate the shit instead of running out, I swear to God, it's always us white people that do it. I don't understand why we have just this inability to say, fuck this, I'm out. We just keep going saying, I want to know more. And it fucking opened. Before he even got to the door, it opened.
The bathroom door handle is rotating wildly as his cat stares on in fear. Tristan approaches the door cautiously when suddenly it swings open.
I don't think the cat was in fear. The cat was curious.
And there's
He had a poltergeist. Yes, he did.
no one inside. Cut to a few nights later, and Tristan says that some shoes in the kitchen hallway had moved on their own. So he sets up a camera to film down the hallway while he and his girlfriend watch TV in the other room.
Oh, I guarantee you his girlfriend, after experiencing what he's experiencing, will never want to go back to his home again. Anytime they have to spend time together, he has to go over to her place. I can guarantee you that.
His camera catches something that is pure nightmare fuel.
Unless she's just as curious as him and she wants to deal with this dumb shit. Immediately in my head, when that basket of clothing just got thrown out, the thought in my head that I had was the ghost just throwing the clothes out saying, "Here, do my laundry." Do my fucking laundry.
A box flies out of a storage shelf and slams into the wall. Tristan goes to investigate, but he doesn't find anything. However, did you see it? When Tristan checks his footage later and zooms in on the doorway, there's a strange transparent apparition just standing there.
I didn't see that
The figure is
either.
small, about the size of a child, and it quickly glides off into the hallway. Immediately after, the box violently flies off the storage shelf. These days, Tristan says nothing seems to be working to get rid of the poltergeist that haunts his home, and that now he's just planning to move out.
That is probably the smartest decision that man ever made. I would be terrified of being dragged into the room. The amount of energy an entity would need to do that is unfreaking imaginable. You would have to have a seriously, and I mean seriously, pissed off spirit. My thing of bread just fell off my desk. Anyways, I think I was moving my desk too much and it finally just wiggled off. Like I said, you would need a seriously, and I mean very seriously pissed off spirit for the entity to have enough energy to drag your ass even an inch. For it to drag you across the room, the amount of pissed off that spirit would have to be is just fucking scary.
The Curse of Room 112. At a quiet nursing home, staff member Camila Torres says that there's one room that no one dares to stay in anymore. Room 112. Camila says that Room 112 is notoriously known as, quote, the death room. You see, every resident who stays in that room experiences sudden medical issues that often send them to the hospital, and sometimes they don't survive. The nurses and staff at the home say that they get chills just walking past the room door. Now, eventually, things got so bad that room 112 was just left empty. But it seems that something is still inside. One night, the nurses are creeped out as the call alarm in room 112 suddenly goes off, as if a resident inside is pressing the emergency button for help. But again, there's not supposed to be anyone in room 112.
Get the light, get the light. You saying chick? Yes. Did you just get that on camera? No. Stop. I'm not playing with you anymore. I don't like this.
They're too terrified to go to the room. Honestly, my dumbass would go investigate it because I would be just that curious.
No, I don't like this. I don't like this.
You can tell me you can't tell me nursing homes aren't haunted. So scared I had my supervisor check our haunted room. The call light was going off and nobody inside. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of nursing homes were haunted, considering the amount of old people that die in the nursing homes. So that wouldn't really surprise me. I wouldn't go alone. My dumb ass would be stupid enough to go alone. And I would be just evil enough that as soon as I open the door, that I would act like I'd be dragged into the room. Just to freak out the people on the camera. It's such a dick move, but I am evil enough that I would do it.
This is insane right now. Right there.
Okay, you're gonna stop this right now.
Camilla watches the CCTV as the heavy door to room 112 slowly closes by itself. She and her coworker go to investigate, but as expected, there's no one there. Cut to a week later. Residents of the nursing home are enjoying a visit with a therapy dog.
Aww. They have a doggo.
Suddenly, things take a very creepy turn.
Where's your other sucker? Wait. You only have one?
Uh-oh.
Sheila.
Is it that same room again?
Really?
It is. I'm guessing there's probably a spirit trapped in that room.
The normally calm therapy dog suddenly becomes very agitated. It just walks away from the group and heads down the hall straight to room 112. The dog stands at the doorway looking inside and whimpering as if it is staring
Hey Grayson, how you doing?
at something disturbing in the darkness. Something that no one else can see. As word about haunted room 112 begins to spread, the nursing home residents start to get a little freaked out. One woman decides to perform a religious cleansing.
Yeah, dogs. Animals are very, like I said before, animals are very, very well in tuned with the paranormal. So they tend to sense things that are there that just can't be seen.
On the room, and she asks Camilla to record her so that she can share it with her Catholic friends group on Facebook. The video captures something that is downright chilling.
Throwback to 2019 when a resident asked me to record her cleansing the death room. She wanted it for her Facebook group, so I recorded this for her using her phone. Whenever someone tells me they don't believe in ghosts, I show them this video.
Heavenly Father, I ask for your divine presence to fill this space. May your light shine brightly through every room, cleansing this home of any negativity, fear, or unrest. Let peace dwell in every corner and love be the foundation of every wall. Bless this home with your protection, surrounding it with your angels, and shielding it from harm and evil. May every door be a passage to your grace, and every window open to your blessing.
Whoa.
In Jesus'
Did you see it? As the resident recites a prayer at the door of room 112,
He tried to snatch away her rosary.
the rosary beads in her hand are suddenly yanked by some invisible force. The woman doesn't notice and continues her prayer, but when they watch the footage back, they notice the strange, unexplained jerk on the beads, almost as if something
How does she not notice it? Can she not feel that it's being lifted?
was trying to snatch them right out of her hands. Camilla says that to this day, haunted room 112 still remains empty. Dark reflections.
That is weird that she didn't even feel it being tugged away from her. It's like, how can you not feel that? How can you not notice that? Yuriana Zamudio? I hope I pronounced that correct. I sorry if I didn't. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to my nerd empire.
The recent film, The Conjuring Last Rites, is based on Ed and Lorraine Warren's investigation of the infamous Smurl haunting in West Pittston, Pennsylvania. Jack and
I think Pennsylvania would be considered it's either Pennsylvania or Georgia that I think would be considered our most haunted state in the continental United States.
Janet Smurl claimed a demonic presence tormented their family for over a decade, filling their home with strange noises, chilling screams, moving objects, and even physical attacks. Since the movie's release, many people have gone back to revisit real footage that was shot inside the Smurl house.
I want all of you now to think of the most violent thought you can imagine.
Oh!
That's it, folks.
One particular clip has unsettled many viewers. In it, Lorraine Warren gives a tour of the Smurl home, pausing at a closet where the family often heard unexplained loud and insistent knocking.
This is the closet area, and especially in the back of this closet, where they will hear much of the rapping that takes place in this bedroom.
And here's where things get really creepy. Look closely as Lorraine Warren reaches for the closet door. Her reflection in a nearby mirror looks just wrong.
Oh my God. Look at that.
Her face appears dark and distorted, and her eyes have gone black. Given Lorraine Warren's reputation as a psychic empath, some believe that she may have been channeling the dark entity that haunted the home. But what do you think?
Dude, that is creepy.
Whispers in the dark. Proud mother Jacqueline says that some strange things have been happening since she and her two daughters moved into their new home. At first, her oldest...
It looks like it smirks a bit. Yeah, that's what I thought too. It looked like it was smiling a bit for a second. And the more she turned towards the closet, it's like the bigger the eye sockets got.
Daughter told her that someone was whispering to her at night as she tried to fall asleep. The little girl said that she couldn't understand what the person was saying or even whether the voice was male or female. On another evening, her daughter said that she heard someone calling her name from downstairs. Now at first, Mom Jacqueline just dismisses these claims as a child's imagination. But then one day she catches something on her living room camera that is truly disturbing.
Like a human with sunken eye socket. Yeah. And they just look like black pits.
Disturbing. Jacqueline's daughter is playing at their table when suddenly a toy comes bouncing across the floor towards her, almost as if thrown by something. The girl goes to check it out, and then a plastic bag falls to the ground. Now, either of those could be written off as a simple coincidence. But then things get kinda weird. The little girl suddenly cries out and clutches her arm before running upstairs in tears. Later, she tells her mom that something grabbed her, and when Jacqueline looks, there's a fresh red scratch.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If I was a parent, the moment something tries to attack my child, that's it. I would have gotten an exorcist and cleansed the damn house, or I would have just been like, yep, we're moving. Because I'm not going to keep my kid in an environment that she's going to be harmed in, especially against forces that are unseen, that I can't physically protect the child from.
On her daughter's arm. Jacqueline says that both of her children now sleep in bed with her. So, is there something sinister haunting Jacqueline's new home? Tell me what you think down in the comments. Haunted housekeeping. A woman named Sarah says that she works as part of the cleaning staff at a nursing home. Now, to avoid any confusion, while Sarah usually speaks Spanish in her videos, this nursing home is actually located in Arizona in the US.
Trabajo en una área donde prácticamente vienen a morir los viejitos que están solos, que no tienen familia, y es que se escuchan demasiados ruidos, y es que está terriblemente oscuro, o sea, está solo, apagan las luces, se abre el elevador, es una cosa espantosa.
Sarah says that since she has been working at the nursing home, she has heard and experienced many strange things.
Hello?
Why does a door have 2 door handles? What sense does that make?
¿Qué fue eso? Se está escuchando el piano. Y no hay nadie en el piano. No mames. No hay nadie y lo estoy escuchando.
One day, while Sarah is working alone in the nursing home, things take a terrifying turn. She starts to hear strange, unexplained screams echoing through the halls.
¿De dónde viene ese ruido? Se escucha como que gritara, como si hablaran. No es nadie. Pues se escucha que grita. Creo que es de acá. Oiga.
Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? I see you. That's what it's saying. It's like, I see you. Listen closely.
Oiga.
That is freaky. That's like hearing Harry Potter trying to speak Parseltongue tongue in that low, whispery, forced tone. I see you. Freaky.
Hay veces que se oyen las sillas de ruedas, que caminan, que hablan. ¿Qué podrá ser? Ay, ¿qué podrá ser? Ay, no. ¿Qué es eso? Ay, no. Ahora sí me llevo. No puede ser. No puede ser, ¿escucharon? Ahora sí sentí que alguien me tocó de verdad.
You know, the
Sarah
staircase
searches the hallways. She doesn't hear it, but there is a strange voice that sounds like an older woman whispering, I see you.
Oiga.
Then, out of nowhere, a cart rolls across one of the activity rooms completely on its own. Sarah says that just then she felt someone touch her back.
Ahora sí sentí que alguien me tocó de verdad.
And with that, Sarah has had enough. She just gets out of there. So, what do you think? Did Sarah capture evidence of a haunting in the critical care wing of the nursing home? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. Scary video.
Imagine waiting for the elevator, the cart rolls by. Oh, that would be so freaky. My heart would be racing. It's like something is trying to follow me and get me.
Once again, these are videos that are kind of scary, but maybe a little silly, a bit funny, or just kind of weird. First up, a ghost hunter in Malaysia tries to provoke a spirit into showing itself. He stands up on a table and dares the ghost to push him off. What happens next leaves him speechless.
Let me guess, he falls through. Yep. Freaking dumbass.
Next up, somewhere in Vietnam, two girls who work in an unair-conditioned clothing store lie down on the floor to cool off.
God, an unair-conditioned clothing store. God, that would suck.
It was a terrible mistake.
Mouse.
A rat runs up one of the girl's pants and she has to Gangnam style it back out of there. Now the
Gangnam style it back out of there. Perfect commentary.
Weird thing I found out when researching this story is new fear unlocked. This happens a lot.
Dang. Oh, ran up my leg.
Jesse has caught a mouse.
In my pants. Ah, it's climbing me.
Don't let it climb. Go ahead. Oh my god.
Just playing around with it.
Oh my god.
Is that your mouse?
Please don't. Oh my mouse. Please don't. Oh my god.
It's not yours.
Yes, I'm over it.
Yeah, the full good answer. That's the house I saw.
Oh my god. Who's that? Oh gosh. It is? What the hell?
So until next time, keep your legs crossed, and thanks for watching.
Freaking mice. I've seen mice run around in my apartment before. I've had like one per year that has scurried out into my apartment. But I have a fantastic mouse trap. It's called my cat. She has like the first year one came out, I saw her chasing it around. I trapped it underneath some Tupperware and I was able to throw it outside. Dogs are terrified of mice. The second year, I was dead asleep. My cat jumped up on my bed and woke my ass up, motioned me to follow her, and then in the doorway sat down next to the mouse that she had caught and killed. So she woke me up to show me that she killed a mouse. And I looked at her and I was like, you seriously woke me up for this? Yeah, and then the third year I tried to trap another mouse to throw outside, but then it got out and it went right behind my fridge and just disappeared into thin air. I have yet to see another mouse since then. But my cat is fantastic at chasing the mice. Well, that is the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give a like and subscribe. I post videos 3 to 5 days a week here. I also post videos over on my other channel for gaming as well. So please make sure to give that a look-see. See if you enjoy that as well. I also stream anywhere from 3 to 5 days a week as well. Links to all my social medias will be on my YouTube page. And with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.